Hey guys, so gonna start some on the 6.1 and the 6.7 build. This step is gonna be the same for the 6.1 Cummins and the 6.7 ppump Cummins. So I'll cross this video over to both of those build videos, but this will be the first video of both of them, just for the guys that are only watching one and not the other. So anyways. So here we have a 6.7 crankshaft. Now to run a 12 valve gear train, you need a helical cut gear. So gear on the crankshaft, straight cut, which is common rail, and then the one on the left or the right hand side, sorry, is off of a 12 valve crankshaft. Now the shanks on these are the same. It's just you have to pull this gear off. Now, that is not really the easiest task in the world to do. So we are going to screw around with it a little bit. Lots of times I have a jig made up for pulling them off, but it's broke at the moment. So we're going to just try doing it. We're going to heat it up and then use a 3-jaw puller. That 3-jaw puller that's over there on the table there. And we're going to heat it up and try pulling it off that way. I'm just curious if it'll pull it off that way. If not, I do have other ways of doing it, but we'll give her a whirl here and just see. So I think what I'll do is I'll put this in time lapse until I get it moving, just to save it spending too much time video wise.
Well guys, taking a little propane torch and just heating that gear up to take some of the press fit off of it. You don't have to usually heat it too long, but get a little heat into her. And, well, I lit it on fire for a good picture, so you don't need to light it on fire. But it made a cool picture. So we get the 3-jaw puller on there. My little electric impact gun is not having it. So I had to go get the snap-on air impact, which has some pretty good wallop to her. So that one pulled her right off there. Then back to the video.
All right, we got her off. So like I said, they're pressed on there pretty good. It's not an easy thing to get off. So here's your locating pin and the press on there. Now this crankshaft, I don't know if this one's going to be for the 6.7 ppump or if this is going to be for the 6.1. Depending on which one I get the pistons for first, will be the valve or the engine that this goes into. I still have to polish it, but other than that, it's in good shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat the gear up, and then we're going to put the new gear on. Now, here's the gear. If you get the gear the right temperature, this gear will just go bunk and fall on. Now, something to note is there is a radius on the gear, and that radius is going to go down, and that's so that it sits in this, always sits on that radius. So anyways, what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw you guys back on a time lapse again, and then I'll heat this gear up and we'll get her onto the crankshaft.
Just getting just cooling the crankshaft off, because after heating it, I don't know how hot it actually was, but it was hot enough that you didn't want to hold your hand on it. So just pull some of that heat out with the air blower. It's kind of a non-evasive way of cooling it off using the air blower, right? So
I spoke with Maggie Owen. They said you sent them upstate to chase an old case.
Going over to we either heat them up like this with this little propane torch, or we have a toaster oven that we use as well. Works pretty good, but the toaster oven takes a long time, so it's faster to do it this way. You do want to make sure you get the gear heated all the way around so that it has the temperatures normalized. And it takes, I don't know, a little while.
Warm, got it about 425 degrees. Get her lined up, and the bitch will drop right on there for you. That is literally all it takes. You just got to get her 400, just maybe between 400 and 450 degrees. You guys seen how much I had to fight to get that thing off there? That's literally, you just have to, the press on it literally locks it on there, and it locks it on real good. We are going to put a little tiny TIG weld on this one. Just, you know, it's going to be driven, this one's going to be driven by, well, if it gets put on the ppump 6.7 engine, this one's going to be driven by a 12 mil pump for now, but we'll probably go to a 13 mil at some point in its life. If it's the 6.1, that one will just be a 12 mil pump, so nothing like super crazy, but nonetheless, that gear on there, little couple tacks, never go anywhere. But not too often do they ever actually jam up. You know, you see some spin, but not too many. But anyways, I'm gonna drop it off there. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, got any comments, hit me down below, and we'll see more of both the 6.1 and the 6.7 build in the weeks to come.